Alrighty, we're back looking at price action here. It would appear we have returned to an area of support. Today we have XLM, Bitcoin, and an article regarding yet another multi-billion-dollar institution in the traditional world of finance, showing interest in crypto, the blockchain technology, and the crypto sphere. Here it would appear NFTs have been piquing the interest of every institution you can imagine, with every company you could think of getting involved with NFTs for whatever reason. It almost would suggest that the technology behind it has some sort of underlining significance, and it's not just overpriced pictures of monkeys. But stick around till the end to not miss any of what's going on. Drop a like on the video if you like the video, really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're new. Now we have XLM under the influence of the buy 2, buy 4, and super Robo advisor in play currently. The buy 2 and buy 4 Robo advisors on the 22nd of July. 2 of our chosen 3 Robos becoming bullish allowed us to accumulate XLM and experience 62% in upside on our investment in 46 days. And if you weren't able to sell at that swing high or at my resistance level, you were able to capitalize on 26% ROI utilizing our sell 4, sell 2, and super sell Robo advisor that showed up on the 7th of September, turning $1,000 invested into XLM into over $1,260 in 47 days. We have another instance of the buy 2 and buy 4 coming into play throughout the beginning of October. Your investment experienced 38% in upside in just over a month. However, failure to sell at that level or at my resistance level again, you were still able to capitalize on 7% ROI utilizing our bearish Robo advisors that sell 2 and sell 4 that showed up throughout the middle of November. And as you can see, ever since that combination of bearish Robo advisors here, the whole crypto market in general experienced this dramatic correction. However, utilizing our sell suggestions, you were saved from a crippling 50% retracement over the following months. So you lost half of your money holding onto XLM with bearish Robo advisors in play between November of 2021 into the end of January of this year. Here we have an interaction with the buy 2 and buy 4 on the 7th of February, where we did accumulate accordingly based on EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions. However, an abrupt change in momentum here throughout the crypto sphere has brought prices back to support and have caused bearish Robo advisors to return. The sell 2 and sell 4 coming into play between the 17th and 18th of February have allowed us to reduce our position accordingly, and we have returned back under this descending trend line. So we are now just awaiting patiently for bullish parameters of accumulation to be met to reinvest back into XLM. So moving forward, we are currently at support. So if you have $1,000 to invest into XLM, you can put 20% at my support level here. 0.1759 is going to be the technical horizontal level of support. I do anticipate continued accumulation along. We already put 20% of our investment into XLM at this level back throughout the end of January this year. But if you miss that opportunity, you are able to currently. We can put 50% of our investment back into XLM when 2 of our chosen 3 Robo advisors become bullish again, and that remaining 30% can go back in when daily candles open and close above the descending trend line. So those are the parameters that need to be met for us to have 100% of our investment into XLM. If daily candles are opening and closing below this 17.5-cent support level, perhaps confirming it as resistance, then we would further reduce our position accordingly and anticipate continued interaction toward the would appear 11-cent level. That is going to be the strongest area of support here for us. If we were to continue any sort of downside, let me know down below your thoughts on XLM and crypto. We always go with the flow of the confirmations and EngineeringRobo. Try it out for free with a link in the description. And so, in a move that may suggest growing institutional interest in cryptocurrencies and NFTs, Nomura Holdings has announced it is establishing a new digital assets team to look into possible opportunities in the asset class. They plan on restructuring their future innovation company into a brand new digital company, which will begin operations in April. The main objective of the new company will be to increase clients' use of digital assets and provide related services. A quote from the president and CEO reads, "The new digital company will lead deeper collaboration among internal and external stakeholders, accelerate our uptake of digital technologies, and enhance our client services." So yet another financial services conglomerate, this entity having 12 figures under management, is aiming to increase digital adoption across all of its operations. NFTs are becoming increasingly popular in Japan, despite having some of the most stringent crypto rules. Nomura Holdings is the latest major player in the country to look at NFTs. Recently, major Japanese e-commerce firm Rakuten, my apologies on that pronunciation, announced the launch of its own NFT trading platform, which we covered on the channel here as well. But my opinion, we've been seeing some very, very nice, accumulation and activity here for the space from players in the world of infinite, unlimited paper money getting involved in Bitcoin, bringing us to the euphoric, 5, 6, 7-figure levels that we may experience. Find this article in the description. So Bitcoin, crypto, the currency currently finding itself back below the descending trend line here, and technically with daily candles opening and closing below the descending trend line, we are supposed to reduce our position by 30%, and we can return that percentage back into Bitcoin when daily candles open and close back above the descending trend line, because we always go with the flow of the confirmations here. It would appear EngineeringRobo is very much unfazed by this pullback, this retracement, this short-term downside that we've been experiencing. All three of our Robo advisors are still bullish at current levels. The Buy 4, Super Buy, and Moon Robo advisor are in play, so I personally do anticipate continued gains here. We can see an interaction with this combination of Robo advisors throughout the beginning of October. Buy 4 and Super Buy, after that, Bitcoin did experience 42% in upside, and with bearish Robo advisors here, it would appear you were still able to capitalize on 18% ROI, trading Bitcoin utilizing EngineeringRobo, and you were saved from this rather aggressive correction that started throughout the middle of November from bearish Robo advisors. Technically, Bitcoin did experience a crippling 41% in downside over the following month. So you were saved from losing just about half of your investment holding on to Bitcoin. As everyone and their mama gets shaken out by this dramatic dump here, it would appear institutional entities in the traditional world of finance have been getting involved, either accumulating Bitcoin directly or showing interest in the technology. Blockchain technology and NFTs have just been piquing interest from billions and billions of dollars throughout the economy here. And so in my opinion, I find it very difficult to be bearish on the space at the moment. Based on the confirmations, we are just below this ascending trend line here, so a few more days perhaps of sideways is not surprising. But so investing into Bitcoin moving forward, we already put 20% of our investment in at my support level. So far, the bottom of this correction, it would appear $34,655 per Bitcoin, has been a level we did anticipate for weeks leading up to it, all through this downside. Every time that people thought we bottomed, saw this huge correction, they thought we bottomed, we kept dumping, we were still bearish. They thought we bottomed, double bottom, kept dumping, we were still bearish. It was only until the end of January of 2022 when we finally interacted with my support level did I anticipate a bottom forming, and we've been getting slipped and slapped up, down, around ever since, bouncing off that level. This phase of sideways is shaking out every single person imaginable, reestablishing a new level for Bitcoin, and I do anticipate a 6-figure level based on the fear and greed index here. It would appear we are far too close to the fear zone for me to be anticipating a top at the moment. I do anticipate $168,000 per Bitcoin to be a level that reveals itself before any sort of top is to be considered. We are coming from the fear zone throughout the end of March of 2020 there, where Bitcoin was trading between 6 and 7,000 US dollars. Currently, we have yet to interact with the FOMO zone, so I do anticipate interaction with that range. That is where you want to be heavily considering taking profits, because many longer term investors will be taking profit at that level. Traders will be, taking profit every day, affecting the short term price fluctuations. However, heavy long term accumulation will be, dumping at that level, in my opinion. That is where the FOMO is present, so I do anticipate many traders buying at that time as well. However, someone has to buy the top, and so hopefully you've been accumulating through the lows near the fear zone, where the market is under tremendous fear, very scared of continued downside here. That is when you want to be buying heavily along with the major institutions here in the economy. This is where crazy activity in the traditional world of finance has been present for Bitcoin at this staggering height. Lots of upside in a very short amount of time. We've seen a very bullish couple years here for Bitcoin and crypto, but with what's going on in the world today, I still find it very difficult for any sort of downside moving forward. But let me know down below your thoughts on the crypto sphere here currently if you're buying Bitcoin. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below and tune in for the next one.